Hey everyone, and welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we are diving into something absolutely wild. It's a fascinating collision between centuries-old American history and the hyper-fast, highly volatile world of decentralized finance. Now, as the U.S. marches toward its 250th birthday, the semi-quincentennial in 2026, there is this massive cultural and financial hype cycle building up. But alongside all the official parades and government events, a totally different kind of celebration is blowing up on the blockchain. Today's full guide is going to focus squarely on the America250 token and specifically the 2026 snapshot. We're talking about how exactly 250 people will win rare physical America250 coins. But, spoiler alert, there is a literal billion-dollar catch involved. Before we unravel this whole digital phenomenon, do me a huge favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below with your thoughts as we go through this. Your engagement really helps us keep putting out these detailed deep dives. Okay, let's dive right into this. Our roadmap today is pretty straightforward. We'll hit the 2026 anniversary hype, enter the America250 token, the July 2026 snapshot, official versus unofficial initiatives, and finally, navigating meme coin risks.
All right, part 1, the 2026 anniversary hype, a nation prepares.
To really get why this crypto craze is happening at all, we've got to look at the timeline of the actual real-world event it's mimicking. This anniversary hype? It isn't just a spontaneous flash in the pan on the internet. It is a meticulously planned, state-sponsored milestone. I mean, a nation only gets one 250th anniversary, right? This once-in-a-generation milestone has literally been years in the making. Obviously, the whole thing traces back to 1776 and the signing of the Declaration of Independence, but zooming ahead to modern times, the official prep for 2026 actually kicked off way back in 2016. That's when President Barack Obama signed a bipartisan initiative into law that created the United States Semi-Quincentennial Commission. This is a congressionally appointed body, and their job is to promote and coordinate massive celebrations all across the country. They have this goal they call 350 by 250, which means engaging all 350 million Americans by the 250th anniversary. So we're talking about heavy, real-world cultural initiatives here. And honestly, whenever you have this level of guaranteed mainstream public attention, the decentralized digital markets are never far behind to try and capture that energy. Which brings us to part 2. Enter the America250 token. Patriotism meets crypto. While the official commission is out there planning block parties and volunteer drives, independent crypto developers have pivoted to capitalize on this exact same cultural moment using Web3. And this quote brilliantly illustrates the whole marketing strategy behind the movement. This is pulled directly from the token's About section. Listen to this. They are explicitly tying the historical rebellion against tyranny to a modern digital rebellion against the traditional fiat banking system. They're urging supporters to quote-unquote join the fight and secure financial freedom. It is incredibly dramatic. I mean, I highly doubt George Washington was out there demanding his troops have diamond hands, But the language here is perfectly crafted to turn a fixed historical date into a highly emotive, narrative-driven financial movement. So what is this thing exactly? The America250 token, trading under the ticker USA250, is a community-driven meme token. It's built on the Solana blockchain. If you follow crypto, you know Solana is famous for super high speed and ultra-low-cost transactions. That makes it the absolute go-to network right now for meme coin developers and high-frequency traders. Now, it is crucial we define what meme token actually means here. According to our sources, USA250 is purely a narrative-driven asset, not a utility-heavy project. It doesn't power some complex decentralized app. It doesn't generate protocol revenue. It's short-term interest, and those explosive intraday price games you see, they depend entirely on social attention, trading momentum, community activity on platforms like Twitter, and its visibility on decentralized exchanges. It is trading 100% on the hype of the upcoming 2026 anniversary.
For the people jumping into this speculative frenzy, the barrier to entry has been made intentionally super simple. Supporters are directed to the project's website, where they create an account and link a supported crypto wallet. Typically, that's the Phantom wallet, which is kind of the staple for the Solana ecosystem. From there, traders just use Solana's native coin, SOL, to buy the USA250 tokens directly. Quick, easy, and designed for fast onboarding.
But let's look a little closer at the actual tokenomics embedded in the smart contract, because they tell a much deeper story. The token launched with a fixed total supply of exactly 1 billion tokens. Sounds like a lot, right? But here's the kicker. Over 35.5% of that entire supply is concentrated in the hands of just the top 20 wallets. That is a massive chunk. This heavy concentration means a very, very small group of people holds a massive amount of market power. On top of that, the contract is mutable, which means the developers still have the ability to make changes to the token's metadata after it was created. Now, on the positive side, it is not freezable. That means the creators can't just freeze token accounts to stop you from transferring your assets. But still, that heavy concentration of supply and the mutable nature of the contract, those are absolutely crucial data points anyone needs to consider when analyzing the technical risks here.
All right, let's move to part 3, the July 2026 snapshot, the ultimate gamified reward.
This brings us to the core engine that is driving all this trader FOMO and the explosive price action, 250. This highly exclusive number represents the exact amount of physical, limited edition commemorative coins that are promised to the project's top holders. Think about that. Out of the thousands of people trading this coin globally, only 250 of these physical items will ever exist. They're going to be minted in honor of the semi-centennial and shipped directly to the winner's doors.
Let's break down the precise mechanics of how someone actually wins this, because it's fascinating. In the crypto world, a snapshot is the exact moment in time when a project records the balance of every single wallet holding their token. For USA250, the snapshot is scheduled for the exact date of the anniversary, July 4th, 2026. At that exact second, the protocol will look at the blockchain. The top 250 holders by token balance will be eligible for those physical commemorative coins. Plus, all qualifying holders will get a commemorative NFT. This setup creates a remarkably clear, aggressive incentive loop. The project isn't just asking you to buy a token, it's creating a high-stakes competition. To secure a top 250 spot, traders are heavily incentivized to constantly buy more and hold onto their bags right up until July 4th, 2026. But there is a massive condition attached to this whole competition.
And here it is, the billion-dollar catch. According to the project's own documentation, the minting and shipping of these 250 physical coins is strictly contingent on the USA250 token reaching a $1 billion market capitalization. Just let that sink in for a second. If the token peaks at an $800 million market cap, the physical coins do not get minted. If it hits $999 million, the physical coins do not get minted. This astronomical financial milestone absolutely must be crossed for the primary real-world reward to ever be distributed. It is honestly a masterful stroke of gamification because it essentially forces the community to aggressively market the token themselves to try and push the total value over that billion-dollar threshold.
Which smoothly leads us into part 4, official versus unofficial initiatives, a reality check.
With potentially hundreds of millions of dollars flying around based on national pride, we really need to clearly juxtapose these entities. We have to untangle this decentralized meme coin from the actual state-sponsored U.S. government commission. So, on the left, we have the USA250 token. As we've seen, it's an unofficial, permissionless creation on the Solana blockchain built by anonymous developers. It is highly speculative and has absolutely zero government backing. On the right, we have the actual U.S. Semi-Quincentennial Commission. This is a nonpartisan congressional body. It's currently chaired by Rosie Rios, who is a former treasurer of the United States. And here is a super fascinating technical detail. The official commission actually does have a cryptocurrency and digital ledger component, but they don't use Solana. The official Congress-sanctioned USA250 Commission actually partnered with the Hedera Network, or HBAR, for its enterprise ledger needs.
To complicate matters even more, the official branding space for the 2026 anniversary is politically complex and, honestly, incredibly crowded. The original bipartisan commission uses the America250 branding. However, our sources note that there's also a separate White House task force on celebrating America's 250th birthday, which was aligned with Donald Trump, and that utilizes the branding Freedom 250. In fact, federal resources were at one point diverted to make Freedom 250 to primary branding for national events, which led to massive public confusion over which events were tied to which official initiative. In this environment, overlapping patriotic names, competing task forces, general public confusion is the exact perfect environment a meme coin needs to thrive. The meme coin uses the America250 and USA250 names precisely because it sounds official. It capitalizes on the massive search volume generated by the real government initiatives.
In fact, if you dig deep into the fine print at the very bottom of the token's website, the developers themselves explicitly state that the token is a parody project meant for entertainment purposes only. Let me repeat that, entertainment purposes only. It is not affiliated with, endorsed by, or connected to the U.S. government, the U.S. Mint,
or any official organization. It is, by their own admission, purely a speculative asset trading entirely on a community narrative.
Part 5. Navigating meme coin risks beyond the hype.
So I really want to challenge you to think about this question. What happens after July 4th, 2026? Remember that aggressive incentive loop we discussed? Traders are buying and holding to win a snapshot competition on one very specific date. But once that snapshot is taken, the primary incentive to hold the token completely vanishes in an instant.
Financial analysts call this a sell the news event. The likelihood of a massive coordinated sell-off right after the July 4th snapshot is incredibly high. People who buy in late could be left holding completely worthless tokens. Furthermore, you have no formal smart contract audits here. The code is unverified. Like we talked about, supply is heavily concentrated among the top 20 wallets, exposing everyday traders to extreme market volatility. If one whale decides to sell, the price tanks. And finally, copycat scams will absolutely flood the market as we get closer to 2026. Investors have to meticulously verify the specific smart contract address on DEX trackers to ensure they aren't accidentally buying a fake version of the token.
And that leaves us with this final, provocative thought. We know the official U.S. Semi-Centennial Commission is looking ahead toward the future they want to create for the next generation. But in the highly speculative world of Web3, will the cultural hype of the USA 250 token actually outlast the anniversary itself? Or is this project destined to become a digital ghost town the very moment the clock strikes July 5th? Ultimately, you have to weigh the thrill of this gamified crypto snapshot against the undeniable, unforgiving realities of the meme coin market. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer today. If you found this guide helpful and it cleared up the confusion around the 2026 snapshot, please take a second to like this explainer, subscribe to the channel, and comment below. Do you think this token will actually hit that $1 billion market cap to unlock the physical coins? I'd love to hear your thoughts. See you in the next explainer.